William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it.
Look.
I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so
We just
much
did all
time
that.
now.
Oh, let's reset.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to... hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying. It needs water.
Hello?
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Okay, little girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Alright, let's go
What
with this.
type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
Oh, that sounds
However do you mean?
excellent.
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Alright. Guessing that door is straight ahead.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
That's terrifying. I don't like it. Oh, hello. Oh. Forgot the moves from before. Oh. Okay, back to what we came here to do. gonna go the other direction. Yep. Oh boy. This. What the heck? Okay, so I guess my assumption that you couldn't exit the morgue in any other door than what you came in is wrong. What? Okay, whatever. Back the other way. Oh, I went down this way before. And we went in here. Okay. I feel like for a 2018 game, it should not be this, like, clunky, but what do I know?
It's locked.
Hey, Nancy Drew. Uh-oh. Oh! I did not mean to do that.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. I cannot enter. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Okay, so that's that gated area downstairs. Okay. What? Oh, I didn't even see him. Oh my lord. Oh, what the hell? Well, this seems like unfriendly
These
territory down here.
scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. I'm not after blood.
Where'd that guy go? Oh. Oh my lord. No. This button, maybe? Oh, that was much more efficient. Checking everything, even if it seems silly. No client investigations available.
Okay. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better to look into this. It's locked.
Oh. in the... Oh my. Oh, no, no! Oh my god. Oh my, how do I stop that? Oh, I don't like this at all. Just dance around me. What? Move, move. Ah. No, no, no! Ugh. Alrighty. Sorry, dude. Oh, I don't like this at all. Keep moving. Come on. Oh, keep moving. Oh. No, no, no. Oh, God. So little left. Come on. There we go.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger.
You think?
To drink blood is so tempting.
Find some ferocious tar trait and find out the cause of death. Oh my. That was terrifying. I was not prepared. Oh, what in the... Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my god. That scared me. Oh, go back down. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here. Nope. Up we go. Door is like completely shut. want to bump into anybody else? No. Go back.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion.
How
Not
can
the
you even
cleanest
tell?
work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
I don't like that sound. Ow. My bad. I completely just smacked my microphone. Was there a place that I went to before to change my weapon? I can't remember where I went. Oh, hello. Jesus.
It's locked, all right.
Balls of Mars.
There we go.
Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove
Where do I
itself
do
useful.
that? Do I have to go back down to the lab that I was in before? I guess so. Okay, so now I need to go back to the hospital. Man, this game is heating up. Except it's definitely giving me like Final Fantasy 14 vibes, because every 5 seconds I'm doing something for somebody else, running someplace else. Alright, I gotta bring this to Dorothy.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
I don't know, we met him already. He seemed,
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
yes, that's what you need to do.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton?
Whoops. I did not mean to pick
Medically
that one.
speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Oops.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Guess that's it for him then. Guess we could do that.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Dooth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
I just have to go stop and get a tissue. Alright.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Sounds about right.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Interesting.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Okay, I think that's it for that.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. I cannot enter.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
But the suffering continues.
It's here again.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
Well.
You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Okay.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I don't even.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Yes?
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Okay.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
What? What a weirdo.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
It's here again.
Okay, I'm still trying to get this medicine to Nurse Crane, but I just don't understand the direction.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the
Hear
fever.
disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
So many deaths. A lot of my own life.
Let me think about this.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Alright, let me click on this. Okay, that's not really anything. Alright.
I wonder why the Goswoods came.
No, that's the priest.
Are going to reveal all your thoughts to me. Even the
This is Nurse
darkest
Crane?
thoughts in your heart.
Must be, because now it's loading.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good
Nope.
evening, Dr. Reed.
Don't want to talk to him.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Yeah, we spoke to you already. Oh boy, okay, we're on the correct floor, I think.
It's locked.
My place, bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Okay, well, where's the patient's room? What patient is it? These are all like nonsense rooms.
I cannot enter.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Damn.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days. Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Damn. The pain.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good
Oh,
evening,
no,
Dr.
not her
Reed.
again. Nope.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. Daily
I don't know. No, that's you again. afraid to choose what to do next. Oh god. I'm so tired of going in circles with this.
It's locked.
Not now.
Oh, my bad, I forgot that's the doctor's office. I don't know what to do here. Oh boy. 'Cause this is my room. But in the patient's room. Why would it just say the patient? Like, who is the patient? Maybe I need to, like... I think upstairs was just that weird room. Yeah, that weird room at the top of the stairs here. And then the other side, it was the same thing. I think. Nothing.
It's locked, all right.
Oi. Okay. Get it. Oh, I don't want to go out that way. Oh boy. Wait. Okay, I'm on the main level. There's not another level to this, is there?
So many deaths.
Oh, brother almighty.
Daily routine.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Damn.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.